The Hasselblad Xpan, tool of the photography gods, shooting photos that take up to 2 regular 35mm frames of glorious panoramic perfection. The one downside though, it's fucking expensive. But rest assured, there is hope for us mere mortals. This is the Minolta Panorama Zoom 28, and I picked it up for only 10 euros. I got it at an antique market. The lady selling it said she had a whole box of cameras from her father and she didn't have the time or the interest to figure out what any of it was worth. So she told me I could pay whatever I wanted and the camera was mine. Now, I already know what you're thinking. There's no way this $10 camera takes the same kind of shots as a Hasselblad Xpan. And you would be right, but more on that in a little bit. First, let's talk about some basics. It is a 35mm point-and-shoot camera. Because it has a separated viewfinder, I think it would be classified as a rangefinder camera. It's fully electronic. It comes with a built-in flash that will pretty much always go off if you set it to auto mode, but you do have the ability to turn it off completely. It takes 2 of these little stubby CR123A 3V batteries. And it comes with a nifty little 28-70 zoom lens that you control with this little button on the back. There isn't a whole lot of information out there about this camera, but I assume it's similar to another panoramic style point and shoot that Minolta makes, the Riva Ps. This means that the camera will take film anywhere from 100 to 400 ISO if it has a DX code on the roll, and if it doesn't have a DX code, I think it will shoot it at 100 ISO. The shutter speeds should range from 1/4 of a second to about 1/200th of a second, and the aperture is most likely 3.5. Now, it does have several settings you can change, like different flash modes, and what I think is a night mode, 2 different zone focusing settings, a 10-second self-timer, and to be honest, I have no idea what this little I button means. Also, you have the ability to manually rewind the film if you would like to. Additionally, it comes with this power back that takes a separate battery. This will allow you to burn the date and time you're taking the photo into your film roll. Also, it has this little red blinking light, which I assume is the light meter telling you it's not correctly lit. I don't know the conditions that this camera has been stored in, but the light seals inside are still in excellent condition. Now, the most interesting feature of this camera is its ability to shoot panoramic images. The way it achieves these panoramic images is by engaging this little slider on the back, which brings down 2 physical black bars in between the lens and the film roll. So you aren't exposing the full frame, you're only exposing the middle, like 65% of it. In other videos about similar cameras like this, I've seen people express that this might be seen as wasting film in a way, but I think people that think that are boring and wrong. To me, shooting film isn't about exposing the most amount of surface area completely. It's more about the creative process of shooting the film. And having a different aspect ratio in the viewfinder, to me, brings a different shooting experience. Having an unconventional aspect ratio for your shots makes me think about composition differently and has some pretty interesting results. Now, the camera has the ability as well to just shoot full frame 35mm film. However, I've put 2 rolls of film through it so far, and honestly, I've only shot it on the panoramic mode. This is my first point and shoot style camera, and I gotta say, I'm quite enjoying the process of it. In a previous video, I've mentioned that I really enjoy the analog SLR process of metering the light and getting it to slow down. This feels a lot more like digital, and I noticed that I'm a lot more careless in what shots I take, which lends itself quite well to street photography, I gotta say. And I just like variety, and sometimes you just want to change pace. Both the rolls I've put through it so far have been Fomapan 400 black and white film, mostly because I just wanted to see if the camera functioned, if there was any issues with light leaks, or if the camera would just automatically roll through an entire roll. So I just got the cheapest film I had, and I gotta say, I like the results. At some point in the future, I think I'll also try a roll of Cinestill 400 to get that true cinematic feel with the panoramic images, I think that would be a great combination. So is this a true replacement for the Xpan? Probably not, but until I either win the lottery or marry some eccentric baroness for her fortune, I think this will have to do. So thank you for watching. Go pick yourself up a $10 camera at an antique market, and I will see you on the next one.